Hello there folks, welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I am your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. A glorious day here, springtime in England. There are far few places better in the world, and today one of my favourite activities is one of my Am I a Chap series, and I've got two gentlemen who I'm going to give a review of their outfits here today. And they're two people from contrasting ends of the spectrum. A young gentleman and a much more senior gentleman. So two interesting takes on men's style for you today. Now, just a reminder, the comments I give are merely my observations, and I'll use these as an opportunity to talk about style to a degree, and I might give a few steers where I would have done something different in the way that we dress. However, there's no negativity, it is all positivity. This is about inspiring people to think differently about the way they dress and how the way that you put clothes on your back can alter your confidence and your self-esteem. So let us delve into today's gentleman, because as I say, two ends of the spectrum. Now I'm going to start at the senior end of the spectrum, and a 76-year-old gentleman called Ron has written to me, and he hails from Florida in the United States of America. Now, for a 76-year-old gentleman, he is really a sharp dresser, and he sent me a number of images, and I'm just going to share some of those with you from all different genres of clothing. So let us have a look at how Ron attires himself for a pretty warm climate there in southern Florida. Now here we see Ron dressed sharply as a man, maybe dressed for, his daily activities. Now, as usual, I'm going to break down the outfit in its constituent parts. Not going to spend too long, there's a lot to go through today, but let's start with the footwear, because as anybody who watches the channel knows, for me, footwear is a key part of a gentleman's outfit. It's one of the few items of clothing that we wear that can make or break an outfit in a fell swoop. And on Ron's feet, we see that he is wearing a rather delectable pair of mid-brown double monk strap shoes. The toe cap slightly burnished, brought to something of a shine, mirror shine. The burnished, I mean, there's a delineation between the main body of the shoe being a lighter brown and the darker brown of the toe cap, suggesting that Ron has spent a bit of time with some polish there to bring it up to a lovely look. It's a nice pair of shoes, the monk strap. I personally have owned them in the past, but I never really got on with them. I prefer shoes with laces myself, but I know double monk straps or single monk straps very popular, and I think they look rather sharp with a more casual outfit. Now, I do see men wearing them with formal attire, but I think anything less than laces struggles to be seen as a serious piece of footwear when we're wearing a smart suit. But it's perfectly employed here by Ron in his outfit. And yeah, looks good. I love the colour, mid-brown, easy to polish up, look good, and to get that burnishing on the toe cap as well. Moving up the body, we see a light pair of, I'm going to say chinos. Yes, they are chinos. We can see that the trouser doesn't come with a crease down the front, right? As typically is the case with chinos. And, if it doesn't come with a crease, you're not obliged to put a crease in it. To put a crease in a pair of trousers which doesn't come with a crease will look a bit staid, I think, and not look right. And Ron's knocked this one out of the park. The break of the trouser, in fact, where it finishes on the shoe, is perfect, around about midway down the instep. And as we can see, it's in a sort of light cream colour, an ecru colour, which works perfectly in a warm climate. Looks good. Clearly, you've got to be a little careful where you're sitting down because they may pick up, dirt or marks. But in a warm climate like southern Florida, perfect choice. Moving up the body, what we see here, now we have a single-breasted, three-buttoned, notch lapel jacket, and I'm going to say, admittedly, the sun is on my screen to a degree, but it's a member of the brown family of attire. Now, it's perfect colour because brown of this nature, it's a member of the same family as a sort of cream or ecru coloured trousers. The flow is nice. If they were white trousers, they would be something of a contrast. But as the trousers are off-white, they flow rather nicely into the jacket. The cut of the jacket I like. It's the right length, stopping as it does roughly across the palm of the hand if the arm was worn down to one side. The length of the sleeve is perfect also, and yeah, it looks rather nice. Good fit, supplying us with a good silhouette for Ron. Remember, Ron is 76. He's in good shape, looks good, kept himself trim, so his clothes look good on him. It's something one never has to forget. You know, if you can maintain a healthy weight throughout your life, you will not only look good in later life, but the clothes that you bought earlier on in your life are going to fit for longer. It's a battle, don't I know it, keeping the weight in check as one approaches one's middle years and beyond, but Ron has achieved it and he's looking rather smart. Now let's look at that jacket again. 3 buttons, and he's done the middle button up, which is in keeping with the protocol for a gentleman's jacket of this nature. One should never do the bottom button up regardless of how many buttons you have, unless it's a single button jacket, but Ron has done the job here nicely. And when we look at the shirt, he's got a pointed lapel collar on the shirt, but it looks rather nice. I would say, it's hard for me to say because of the lighting, but I'm going to say, is it white shirt? Might be an off-white, but either way, plays beautifully into the outfit he's wearing. And I like the orange tie as well. Orange is a colour I rather like. Orange goes beautifully with the brown of the jacket, so it's a perfect combo in my opinion. And there's some attention to detail being employed here by Ron, because as we can see, he has a pocket square. I believe the pocket square is something relating to American veterans. I'm not familiar with many veterans practices in the United States, but I believe that pocket square relates to a medal ribbon, maybe a membership of a group or club which relates to that. But again, even just taken as an ordinary pocket square, it adds interest and panache to the outfit. Well done, sir. When we home in on the lapel, again, there is some sort of badge of some kind relating to maybe a membership of a club or a group or some status, I believe veteran status. And underneath that is again a facsimile, a small emblem relating to, I believe, again, a medal ribbon, suggesting Ron's membership of the US veterans community. Worn proudly, which I am delighted to see. Moving across to the collar, a collar pin or tie pin is in place, which keeps the tie presented nicely, keeps the knot looking sharp, adds another little glint of metal to the outfit. It shows that the wearer has paid a bit of attention to his look. And as we can see, there is a tie pin partially disguised by Ron's lapels of his jacket, but again, you know, just that little bit more of attention. I love the look, Ron. It's very sharp, very dapper. Yeah, no observations there. Something which I employ, and I'm just going to throw out what I would do. When I'm wearing a lapel badge, I tend to leave it at only 1 badge. Now, I appreciate these two are probably related. If you're a veterans group membership badge and a medal ribbon facsimile of some kind, they go together. For me, I would only ever wear 1 lapel badge at a time, but everybody's different. And if I was wearing a lapel badge, I would most be unlikely to wear a tie pin as well, a badge of sorts on the tie. Too much visual overload, but for you, looks good indeed. It's a great outfit for going about one's daily business, but looking dapper in a warm environment. I can't quite see what the material of the jacket is, but it looks to be the right sort of thing to be worn in your warm climate there in southern Florida. So I'm going to go for one more image from Ron here, because he sent me loads of images. He's a very dapper man and has got a great collection of clothing. And the caveat to all of this is that Ron tells me all of his clothes were bought from local thrift shops in his locality. So actually, he's a frugal man as well. He's achieved some great looks for pocket money, which is something really close to my own heart, because I'm as tight as a duck's arse. I don't like wasting money unless I really have to on my clothing. So let's have a look at this outfit. A little bit more formal. Maybe you're going out for an evening, for a dinner appointment with a friend or a lady acquaintance. But let's have a look at how Ron has attired himself here. He's stepped up the game here, definitely to a sharper, more dapper outfit. Let's look at the shoes. Here we see a wingtip shoe. Whilst it gives the initial appearance of, you know, a bit more of a sharp look, a bit sprezzatura going on there, I would say, let's break it down. It's got a black predominant leather body to it, but the thing that catches the eye, the vamp, or the middle part of the shoe, has a sort of check material in place there. So immediately your eyes are drawn to the shoes. There's a visual interest, and the black part of the leather shoe, I'm pleased to say, has a good polish. It's brogued, it looks good. You can see that the actual sole of the shoe is made of a lighter material, so there's a lot going on here. I would suggest this is the perfect shoe for more of a casual outfit, as we see here, because those elements, the lighter sole of the shoe being visible, the material on the vamp, and actually there are contrasting colours on the laces as well, which are in keeping with the colours of the shoe, propel this shoe into a more casual look rather than something I would wear with a formal suit. But in Ron's situation here, the way he's dressed, it's perfect. It's going to draw the eye. People are going to comment on this outfit. Now, moving up the body, Ron has sensibly gone for a pair of very neutral trousers in black, because the jacket, as we see, and the shoes are the star of the show. Black trousers, they're not going to draw anybody's eye. You can barely see, but there is a crease on them. But because of their black, nobody's going to notice. Good drape, good length, excellent pair of trousers. But they're setting up the main show, which is the jacket. And what we see in the jacket is a blazer, a traditional blazer. We know it's a blazer because it has contrasting buttons. And the buttons in this case appear to be made of some sort of look like gold perhaps, or some sort of metallic material. 2 buttons at the center, a closure, and then 4 buttons running down each cuff. So all continuity for metal on the outfit. And as we can see, it's a blazer, single-breasted, 2 buttons, notch lapel. And it is in quite a glorious British racing green colour. I rather love that colour green. For me, it's classy, it's elegant. You look like you've won the Masters golf tournament when you wear it. Very sharp indeed. It's a lovely fit. Again, it's the right length. As you can see, the length of it comes down roughly to the palm of the hand. Right length on the sleeve as well, so it looks the part. 1 button done up at the centre, so exactly what I would expect. Nice fit on the garment, gives a good silhouette. Let's look at the accessories. Pocket square, a nice pocket square scrunched in, what I call the chaos fold, and brings visual interest to one's outfit. Very sharp indeed. On the lapel, a small lapel badge. I believe it's sort of a face mask suggesting, you know, the acting profession, something like that, who knows. But yeah, draws the eye, will certainly draw the comments. It'll be a conversation starter. Moving across, what to me appears to be a green shirt, checkered pattern, sort of a lime green shirt, button-down collar, worn with quite a chaotic patterned tie. It's not symmetrical, there's a lot going on. Quite a broad tie knot as well. So, what are my thoughts here? I've got some thoughts here, all right? I like the look, but I don't like the shirt. I know why Ron's gone for that shirt, because the green of the shirt marries in with the green of the blazer. However, there's too much pattern going on. The tie itself is displaying this remarkable pattern. There's so much happening in the tie. Then you put that with its background of a shirt, which again has pattern, has colour, there's lots going on. For me, the way Ron could cure this outfit and make it super sharp is just make that shirt a white shirt. Give that remarkable tie a neutral background to play against. If it's an actor on stage, the background is just simply, you know, blank, allowing it to perform its role to the audience. When you've got a busy background going on with the star of the show, you don't know where to look. So I think he's slightly over-egged it with the shirt and the tie. But other than that, I love the blazer. The shoes are great. This is a statement outfit for sure. Ron, sir, in this and all the other images you've sent me, you have ably demonstrated that being 76 is absolutely no limiter in being an incredibly sharp and dapper man. You have my salute and my congratulations at the end, but there is another gentleman to include in our journey today. Okay, now coming in at the other end of the spectrum, we have a younger gentleman called Ebenezer, who's 12 years of age. So quite an age difference between Ebenezer and Ron at 76, but they share the same thing in common. They know how to dress well. It gives them confidence and pride in their appearance. And young Ebenezer is starting his journey as an intentionally well-dressed man rather well. Now his mother Rose has sent me these images, and she has shown me how her young chap definitely knows how to cut a dash about town. So let's have a look at how this young man goes about his life and how he's dressed, and great things for the future. So on the feet, right? So I remember having, well, in fact, I've got a son of only a little bit older than Ebenezer. So I know what it's like buying shoes for people of this age. Every 5 minutes, they need a new pair. So you've got to be careful. You don't want to be investing too much money in your footwear, unless you've got an older brother who's supplying you with these things. But young Ebenezer has chosen a nice pair of loafers. Great choice for a young man, because easy to slip on, easy to slip off, and yeah, allows you a bit of flexibility of fit. Now he's gone for a good serviceable colour, a brown colour, and yeah, you know, what can one say? A perfect choice with what I would describe as quite a casual outfit. Now, as I said earlier with Ron, for me, laces are the key, which indicate that you're in your most formal attire. When you're slipping down the sort of sliding scale of informality, then you can go into your monk straps and your loafers and shoes which just require gravity and friction to stay on. But for me, you know, style begins with shoelaces. But in this instance, as we can see, young Ebenezer has gone for a rather casual look. So I like the brown shoes. They're a great colour, very serviceable. They're going to go with anything. Of course, young fellow, doesn't harm to put a bit of polish on them, all right? So, you know, a little bit of a learning experience. Polish always makes the kit look better. So get your mother to buy you a tin of polish, a brush, and you begin your shoe cleaning journey, which will set you up for the rest of your life, regardless of whatever shoes you have. Now, moving up the body, a very sensible choice indeed, because, you know, I'm wearing a pair right now. I'll stand up, I'll show you. I'm wearing a pair of khaki coloured trousers because they are so versatile when it comes to the broad selection of items which you're likely to wear with them. And in this case, Ebenezer seems to be wearing a pair of khaki slacks, chinos, and yep, good colour. That good mid-brown colour, which goes lovely with the shoes, also ties in with pretty much every colour that you're going to wear with it on your upper half as well. Now obviously he's a young man, still growing, so the trousers, the drape isn't perfect, they appear quite long, there's some pooling at the ankle on the shoe, but come back in 6 months and they'll probably be too short. So, you know, it's a difficult thing to get the right fit when they're a young fellow, but the colour and the style of trouser is perfect for your more smart casual attire. Cannot fault it, young fellow. Moving up the body, a sports coat, and of a good true blue colour, a mid blue colour. Very flexible colour, goes well with those trousers, goes well with a lot of other items that you could wear it with as well. Single button, notch lapel, yeah, good fit, very nice colour. Cuts a good dash for a young fellow, doesn't he? It's difficult to buy clothes at this age because, you know, in a couple of weeks they'll be too small, but you look rather smart indeed, and you look especially smart because you've listened to some of the advice we always give and you've accessorized. So in your breast pocket you have got a pocket square. Pocket squares are so easy, aren't they? They add a little dash of colour to an outfit, and it can be just, you know, a handkerchief which you have in a cupboard at home that you don't use. Pop it into the breast pocket, voila, you've added a slice of colour. I've done videos in the past about getting free pocket squares, you know, bits of material cut from something else, maybe an old shirt, whatever, you know, has got lying around the house, bit of old material, press it into service as a pocket square. Nice presidential fold, straight fold, attracts the attention, makes you look good. And on the lapel, some form of lapel badge. Unfortunately, I can't see the details of it, but again, draws the eye. Worn on the left lapel, as always should be the case, and yeah, looks smart. I like it. Yeah, you've done everything that I would do in an outfit that I would wear. Now, tie and shirt. The shirt is a patterned shirt of some kind, and it's got quite a a like colour with the jacket, but it's got what appears to be a recurring symmetrical pattern on it. And the tie itself is a 2-buttoned, what we would call a club tie or regimental tie, where the stripes are diagonal in nature, and what it looks like you've got a 4-in-hand knot at the collar. Great execution of the knot. You've done well. Let's be honest, the shirt that you're wearing is not what one would describe as a dress shirt. It's not been designed to wear a tie because it's got a soft collar, all right? But you've pressed it into service well. It looks dapper and smart. The tie in particular, I really like. I think I've got one like it. It's textured, it's got good colours, it fits in well with the sports jacket that you're wearing. It's a great accompaniment to the ensemble of clothing that you've selected today. All in all, I think you've delivered a really smashing outfit for a young gentleman. I've got to give some advice. The only advice I would give is exactly the same as I gave to Ron. If you want to take this and take it from sort of a casual outfit, smart casual as you're wearing it now, and propel it into a bit more of a smarter realm, all you need to do is put a white shirt on with that outfit. You could even wear a pink shirt or a light blue shirt. And because you've got that single colour, that background to the tie, it's just going to propel it into a slightly more smart realm of clothing. Just a little suggestion, but otherwise you're smart, you're dapper. For a 12-year-old, you are well on your journey to being an intentionally well-dressed man indeed. So there we go. We've seen our 2 contenders today, both ends of the spectrum, a 12-year-old and a 76-year-old. It is testament to us that it doesn't matter your age. Age is, after all, merely a number, and our 2 gentlemen today have demonstrated that ably. All we need to do is have the intention to dress well, and the rest will follow. We don't even have to spend money. Like Ron went to thrift stores, he acquired his look for, pocket change in essence, so it doesn't even have to break the bank. If you have enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. Click the old subscribe button. If you'd like to send an image yourself, send it along to my email address, and you'll also find my email address in the About section on the main YouTube channel page. If you'd like to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee or become a patron. The link to my Patreon channel is in the show notes below, and I give my patrons additional videos, and you also see their names at the end of this video. So until the next time, please join me in congratulating Ebenezer and Ron today as exceptionally well-dressed chaps. I hope you agree they've done the job well. I will see you again very soon.